the job market upheaval during the pandemic, many Americans left their jobs.
Yeah, so the turnover has caused a lot of companies to get stuck on a training treadmill, and not the kind you'll find at the gym. So here to talk about the trend is Chris Dardis, a local HR and recruitment expert with Versique. Hey, thanks for joining us, Chris. We appreciate your time.
Good morning, you two. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's just get right to it. What is the training treadmill? Explain that.
The training treadmill is basically the cycle of having to retrain new employees over and over again, because as they get into the reality of the role, it's not something that they're interested in, and so they quit. So it's even grating on some of the veteran employees who are sticking around to have to train again and again. And we've seen this due to the high turnover rates because of the current economy, and we actually saw this early on in 2021 as people started gaining new perspective within their careers.
So are there certain sectors that are noticing this the most?
Yeah, here at Versique, we're hearing about this within particularly hospitality, healthcare, the leisure sector, as well as retail. And the tech sector has gone through some layoffs recently. So as you can imagine, there's probably individuals inside those tech companies needing to be trained and taking on new responsibilities. So that's additional training that some of these teams are having to take on.
So then what do you do? I mean, what advice do you give to a company that's noticing this burnout issue, because it doesn't feel like it's going away anytime soon?
Well, my advice would be to take a look at your overall process, starting from onboarding for sure, and maybe speak with the trainers and see where they're seeing the issues. It could quite possibly be because the volume of training that's needed is too much. Could you look into software that can automate some of the training? And quite frankly, maybe your training team needs to be larger to distribute the work, but then you'd have to train the new trainers, so maybe you're still on that.
And so is the turnover a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing, because I think what it does is it allows managers to truly take a look at the root of a problem and say, maybe the issue is within a particular role. Maybe it's an unenviable role that you need to restructure, or maybe it's a signal to leadership within your company that's not able to retain those individuals. So I think it can give companies a really good insight into what's going on in their organization.
Chris, you mentioned you noticed this in 2021 when we started to see this trend, and I asked before that this doesn't seem like a trend that's going away anytime soon. When do you think that we'll start to see this start to kind of go away, if anytime in the near future?
Well, here at Versique, what we are seeing is we are seeing a little bit of a slowdown in the economy, and that's by design, right? We're trying to slow inflation. But what we are expecting is that we should see this for the next 2 to 3 months. We anticipate things starting to pick up over the next quarter.
Well, that's definitely good news. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.